Hello, I'm Marvin Glenn. Welcome. I'm a regular guy who has struggled for more than 80 years with my own inner demons of hatred, anger, resentment, spiritual darkness, and feeling not good enough. Now I write songs that come from those experiences and victories. I know you can benefit in your life from hearing my words and songs. In this video, you will hear some concepts that may rock your world. Heaven knows we need our worlds rocked. New ideas, challenging our programmed beliefs, and offering new solutions are exactly what we need. Please remember, in my videos, you'll always hear me talking ultimately. That is, if we only use our human, in this moment, and shallow perceptions to understand life, we are limiting ourselves to only the here and now part of our lives. I'm always thinking and talking expansively with my eye on the grand picture of life, which includes Earth life and so very much more. Because you're watching this video, I'm pretty sure you realize we are not actually and innately human, or white or black or Christian or Jewish or Muslim, right? We're all eternal spiritual beings choosing to experience ourselves as humans. That's the foundational fact of our existence on Earth. Let's start with something basic. One of the primary principles of the universe is everything must be in balance at all times. For eons of time, all of creation in this vast part of our universe has been invaded and occupied by the balancing energies of beings who have been serving life as destruction and opposition. They have been balancing the creative and positive energies of the universe. This galaxy-dominating force is the one we know as God, because it, as the Cosmic Conqueror, claims to be the creator of all it is, or was, or ever will be, and it demands that we believe it's telling us the truth. The real truth is that it is an anti-life parasite, who in order to live simply must have the energies we generate when we are in pain and suffering and in worship. Without our life force, it and its minions would simply die. The main way this so-called God keeps us miserable, in addition to sapping our life force with our need for money, is to keep us divided. The good old divide and conquer method, the best way to keep us fighting and killing each other and giving our emotional energies to the parasites. They just lap it up. Our desperation and misery. It's genius, really. This is how and why our lives on Earth can be such a struggle. But you know what? There's actually nothing wrong, because we agreed with these dark ones to co-create this world just as it is, and we're still doing it. So this synthetic cosmic interloper God entity is just playing its role in the universal production to serve the authentic prime creator as the contrasting synthetic prime creator. Ultimately, it is the prime creator playing with and off of itself, a divine intercourse with itself leading to a grand climatic ejaculation of life into life, and for the pure joy of love. The new life to be born will be the next generation expressing itself in an even grander and more beautiful way than ever before. To continue, some of us might ask, why would we choose to live this way? Well, it's because we love drama. And down deep, we know drama keeps our emotional and creative juices flowing when we're coping with the dynamics of all these relationships. The juices must flow for us to feel, emote, and consciously experience the life we are. We want and need to feel alive, not just to be alive. That's why we love adventures, surprise endings, romance, and banana cream pie. We also created this world because we wanted the challenges and adventures and opportunities that we knew this game of life here would give our souls to grow their wisdom. None of this grand party could have ever happened if we didn't first agree to do something else. Before we were born, we had to agree to forget we knew about ourselves, forget what we knew about ourselves and about our life. If we didn't become amnesiacs, we couldn't fool ourselves into being sad or angry or happy or whatever. Here's something else. Can you imagine how bored we'd be if everything was peaches and cream all the time? What would challenge our creativity and force us to come up with creative solutions? What would we have to overcome and consciously use to build our spiritual muscles? What reason would we have to exist on earth if not to grow, create, and shine our talents? The prime creator of this universe, who is expressing itself as this universe, knew exactly what it was creating for itself to inhabit. Of course, this means everything and everyone that exists is actually the creator. You see, all that is, or the prime creator, is the only being of which the universe consists. It doesn't want to be alone here, so it made us and everything else. It is everything. Can't get any more intimate than that. This means the creator is every expression of good and every expression of bad. That's why it's called all that is. Here's an intriguing thought. What if it's time now for the prime universal creator to absolve itself of all of its contrasting schizophrenic expressions? What if it's time for the universe to evolve into something new and even more wonderful? I get the intuitive hit that our magnificent universal creator may have grown up enough now to want to end the childish games it's been playing with its creations and may be ready to explore new ways of being. So, what does all this mean for us? Well, because we are one with all that is, we may also, relatively soon, be living very different lives. Of course, our personal powers of imagination and creation will remain as they are. There's no worries there. We see what's happening on Earth right now before our eyes. So much change, causing so much chaos as the old ways and systems fall apart, and we are forced to create new ways of living. All this explains why life doesn't judge itself. Life simply is. And no matter how it shows up or expresses itself, nothing is or can be wrong. After all, who would make it wrong? This brings me to the fact that the dark and light are one. Our thinking that the dark is imposing itself onto the light may be an illusion we created so we can play our game, our grand game of living as humans. In our present human reality, good is good and bad is bad, and one repels the other. We are divided. Love is unity. There is very little unity on earth right now. Very little love. Good and bad are still our human subjective opinions and perspectives. The idea that the dark is serving us by contrasting the light erases the concept of good versus bad. Because no one can ever be actually damaged or killed but simply changes form, there is nothing to forgive or fear, and ultimately nothing to regret. It all simply is and requires no opinion or judgment or correction, because ultimately everything is as it is, and that's just fine. This is why actually the world doesn't need to be fixed, because nothing's wrong. Everything is perfect as it is, for and in this moment of creation. It seems to me that the next step toward our destiny as humans, which means coming back home to ourselves, is to wake up and remember what and who we really are, and to live in that knowing. Now maybe we can see a little farther and deeply into the bottomless well of eternity. At least that's my fantasy. Inside or outside of time, we'll see. Thank you for being with me today. Please enjoy today's song, "The Universe is Calling."
The pathway to our joy is through creation. Our imagination is the key. Visions of constructive ways to live our lives bring to us exciting ways to see and be, as we face the shadows living in us and embrace the power they impart. All our drama-ramas lose their old attractions, and living sunshine warms our thankful hearts. Into love divine our world is moving, leaving all our darkness far behind, as we practice living in this moment. Peace becomes our normal state of heart and mind. The universe is calling, can you hear it? Our time for transformation has begun. We can stay divided by our selfish thoughts, or finally choose to live as one. The changes on the earth are all around us. Nothing here will ever be the same. We've been living life as children still in school. Now it's time to stop and finally end the game. We are not alone upon this planet. Watching us are great ones high above. Evolution so majestic is progressing, and raising all creation high in love. There is nothing here can longer hold us. It's so easy now to say goodbye, fully understanding where we're going isn't necessary to begin to fly. The universe is calling, can you hear it? Our time for transformation has begun. We can stay divided by our selfish thoughts, or finally choose to live as one.